Hey guys, we're told over and over again that Christopher Watt's wife was married to a lawyer and that she was rich. I think at one point somebody said she was making 500,000 a year and that she bought that beautiful mansion that just showed how successful she was before she ever met Christopher Watts. I think it's all a bunch of bunko. I really do. Yeah, she did buy that house, but do you know how much money she put down on it? And has anybody seen the income verification form? Because I think that would be really interesting to see. She was able to get that mortgage in December of 2009, and then 1 month later she was named as a defendant in a lawsuit. In May, so just a few months later, she claimed that she was diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, and Sjogren's. Well, I think she was diagnosed with something, all right, but I don't think it was necessarily any sort of a physical health challenge. Remember that one friend who was interviewed who said that he did not believe that her health challenges were physical? Well, I agree with him. I think she was probably on disability, quite frankly. I think she was probably on disability by the time she met Christopher Watts, which was about 8 months after she was somehow able to convince a lender to let her get that house. And then we're told that just a few weeks after meeting Christopher Watts that she quit her job. And then we're told that a couple months later she decided she wanted to become a babysitter. And she babysat one child for a nurse, for an actual nurse, not somebody who just claimed that she was a nurse. And that babysitting job lasted for a couple, 3 months before the nurse moved to Colorado. Then she announced that it was official. She was going to open her own daycare center. And then she never mentioned that again. And then, a couple, 3 months later, she announced that she was going to become a nurse. And then she announced that she was magically accepted into a nursing program when she hadn't even taken A&P. And didn't she say that she didn't even like math? I've been told by somebody who knew her personally that she confided that she left home at age 17 and never went back. So I don't even know if she graduated from high school. But I highly doubt she had any college under her belt. So the whole idea of a nursing program, I call bullshit. But we're told that she was married to a lawyer, right? Oh, she was married to a lawyer. She was so successful that I guess we're supposed to believe that somehow Christopher Watts was beneath her somehow. Well, I think the opposite was actually true. I'm not saying either one of them was beneath the other, but I think that she felt that she was beneath Christopher Watts and his family. Her ex-husband, he was in the Army when they were married. And then I have no doubt he worked his ass off after he got out of the Army to put himself through school, probably with benefits from having served in the Army. And good for him. Good for him. But he became a lawyer, I think, after they were already through. So wouldn't it be more truthful, really, to say that she was married to a man who was in the Army and then who was in school? But that's not the story we hear. No, she was married to a lawyer, and she was successful, and she made 500,000 a year. Yeah, okay, whatever. I think by the time that Christopher Watts came along, that she was so broke she had no clue what she was going to do. And I think she met him and found out that he had a good savings account, a good paying job, excellent credit, and no bills at all. I think it's really sad that he didn't stand up to her when he found out about all of her lies about money. Most of all, it's sad for Bella and Cece, of course. Think about it. She thought that the two of them owning a house, which that's even kind of an interesting issue. That's a whole nother video about how he bought it on his own and then signed a quitclaim deed. And then during the bankruptcy, it looks like there was another little shift in ownership there. But I think it's interesting, and I think it's actually very sad that at the age she claimed she was at that point, well into her 30s, even though I think she was older, that at the age she claimed she was, that she would have thought having close to zero equity in a home and sharing one leased vehicle was rich.